Let me show you something here in my dad's 1968 Firebird. I can't help but feel something is missing. And the part that we might be talking about is was supposed to be residing inside here besides my butt while I'm driving it. There are no seats. I've got some door panels installed, but that's about it. I got the carpet out here in the sun kind of baking. That's going to be step one. And what I have over here is all the seats and a refurbished center console. So what we're going to get into here today is getting all this fitted inside there. And the best part about being a convertible is you can do this. All right, now the top out of the way. First stop on our fun ride here is going to be installing the carpet. It's a two-piece original style carpet. OER brand comes with the grommet for the dimmer switch. I think that's a first. I don't remember seeing that in the other one, so just an FYI for you. This is the last time hopefully I have to look at the floor in this car. What I have over there is a little secret trick here that it's not so secret, but you'll see here really quick what that does. So it's super pliable. Let's start with the rear section first. Lay it in there. Now, I'll show you those little pieces of pipe are for. Got the carpet laid in. What I've done behind the scenes, we'll call it. This is our seatbelt mounting bolt. And here's the front one, back one. There's all four. I threaded those in quite a bit, but they're still sticking up pretty high. The problem is, how do you locate the holes in the carpet? Well, this is a seatbelt bolt, just the same. Ran anywhere it belongs. And even the one here in the center of the transmission hump right there, I got it in there. So what I'm going to do, I've got the carpet laid into place where I want it to be ultimately. Now it's time to pop some holes. Well, what I'm going to do is use this pipe here. This is 1/2 inch. Bought this from the Get In Place. Heated up really warm, and you just push it through the carpet. It'll slide right over that bolt. Make a super clean punch hole through the carpet. No strands get pulled out of it. And you're about cutting with a razor blade and trying to get a nice clean hole, because this will actually even fuse the end of the carpet together so it doesn't start running or pulling. So like I said, this is a 1/2 inch. Now this is 3/4 inch. It's not quite big enough for the seatbelt. It won't quite go over the bolt head, but I figure it's about the same size. But as soon as I slide that over and cook it carpet, it should slip over this bolt. So this is the first time I'm going to try this. I had a bigger piece of pipe, but we're going to try 3/4, see if that works. So next thing here, get that thing going. We'll pop some. And of course, you can't see it, but the bolt is right here underneath this bulge. So that's what you can use to find and locate the bolt. The bolt's right there. I'm going to heat it up. I'm going to slide this thing right over it. Should burn right through and should work. So. Let's see what happens here. There we go. Nice clean hole right in that carpet. And that bolt will poke right through. Just like that. Cool. Now I gotta do the other 3 on this side and the seatbelt. I'll do one more here. Where's it at? Right there. Ta-da. Beautiful. I bet you it's hot enough I can do these ones too. Yep. Yep. All 4 of them. That works pretty good. So, like I said, now those holes are nice and clean and make it really easy to put the seat in. I'll go ahead and do the other side of the seatbelt holes. Actually, I'll do that seatbelt hole, see if it's any different, since it is different size bolt. 3/4 pipe. I'm gonna try the same trick here on the seatbelt bolt and hope that it works. Probably a little bigger than 3/4 would have been ideal. Let's see what happens. Bolt is there. That made a nice hole. Look at that. Didn't quite cut all that under padding. It's clean, but I have a nice hole that will work. So I'll go ahead and do the other 3 seatbelt holes and we'll work on the next part. That looks like up close. Nice clean hole. You got a little wiggle room and takes care of all the strands. The part that it struggles when it's got that white padding underneath it, it doesn't cut it quite as clean, but I still got it through and it's going to work. So I like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is work on putting the carpet here in the front. I'll probably use the same technique to pop a hole there for my dimmer switch so I can get the grommet around that. So we'll go ahead and now get that carpet put here in the front. The carpet's put in the front. All you got to do is just cut a big opening around for the shifter. But one thing I didn't do is I forgot the holes for the console. But fortunately, I already had the bolts in there, so just punch 2 more holes. No big deal. So the front carpet's in. Next part of our procedure is going to be putting that center console in. New display. Just kind of falls in place. Now we're laid in place. This only fastens by, there's a bolt here in the bottom, bolt hole there, and then underneath this back cover there's another bolt hole there. I reinforced it with some epoxy to give us more strength, and I put a metal washer on it, and then we got a screw on each side here in the front, one on each side. So I get those put in. That makes the console done. Console's all installed, but I think it's time to get the vacuum out and clean up all the debris. It's going to be under the seats. And once that's all cleaned up, I'll go ahead and start with the back seat back. It goes in first, and slide the bottom in, and then pretty self-explanatory, left seat, right seat. But first, we're going to vacuum up our mess. Well, you know, this job sucks. Now that I got that all vacuumed out, ready to put my seats in, I'm going to put the back seat back, the back part there on there, in the car first. Unfortunately, I got to put the top up to get it to clear. It will not clear the mechanism easily. I mean, I'm not going to force it. That's probably not such a great idea. But I'm going to put the back seat back in, the back seat base in, and then we're going to throw the front seats in. So one last look of the naked bird. Now, this is all put together, filled up with fluid, bled out, mounted down. Put the little clips that hold the lines all in place. Carpet's all cleaned up. I need to undo my bolts out of the holes. That way I can put the seat in. But you get the idea. I'm going to slap that seat in there right now. Got the back seat back in. But I meant to mention this. We're talking about order of operation, putting a car back together. Seat belts would have been the next step. I don't have any seat belts. So looking for a good set of original, I don't care if they're standard or deluxe seat belts for this car, but being a a convertible, I just need the front lap belts and the 3 rear lap belts. So it has a nice or decent set of black seat belts, particularly just the rear. I got some okay front ones, but if anyone's got some rear seat belts they'd like to make a reasonable price or donate to me, let me know. But I'm gonna grab the next seat section here. All right, now we kick off the shoes. I'm not going to snap this in yet because I've got to put seat belts in this still. But for the purposes of what's it going to look like, I like it. Now I'll grab the front seats. Okay. Passenger seat. Oh, okay. Now I was gonna get the bolt started because I gotta get the front track to bite. Okay. There we go. Now this upholstery kit, I got everything from Classic Industries as a kit, and I read the fine print. This is that distinctive product again. I used it on the Mockingbird and I was not happy with it. But I'll tell you, this time around, they actually came out really nice, the seats. I'll get you in close when it's done. The black seats, that's to say. The Mockingbird, I did a blue interior, and my complaint was the blue didn't match. The blue vinyl on the seats didn't match the door panel, so I kind of felt like I got gypped on that. But being black, I guess it's kind of hard to mess up an interior color when it's all the same black. Last but not least, the driver's seat. Ta-da! I think I see some daggone chrome rocker trim, and I think we're done. It's not rocker trim, it's the threshold, the door jamb opening. I've been out in the sun here all day, so maybe I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. But nonetheless, the little shiny bits here that go in here in the door sill. Well, not bad for a Sunday afternoon's work. I have a complete interior put in this car. This was Distinctive Industries, which I swore I'd never use again, but I'm actually very happy with it this time around. I had to do some modifications. No such thing as perfect. So I think the reward for me, I have not driven this car besides out of that garage to right here. I'm going to go up to the stop sign and back. So that's going to be my reward for today. But nonetheless, thanks for watching me putting these cars all back together. Got a few little finishing touches on this one, and we'll get the camera, of course, hopefully, and get some of that recorded and show it to you. And I hope to see you all then.